I'm just positioning so that we can have the darshan of Nrsimhadev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायण नमस्कृत्यनरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टये कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय नमस्तेजस्तेजसे आविर्भव वज्रनखा वज्रदंष्टा कर्माय शयन् रन्धया रन्धया तमोग्रसा ग्रसा ओम स्वाहा अभयम् अभयम् आत्मनि भूयिष्ठ ओम श्रौं ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। जय जय लक्ष्मीपति नृसिंह मुरारी मंगल निलयाय अमंगल हरि। So yeah, so wish you a very happy Narsingha Chaturdashi. In fact, I think while we are meditating through this Harikatha, the Lord is appearing. Yeah, in fact, as you know, Hiranyakashipu had immense desire. Like all of us, we may have immense desire to be materially successful. He did had desires and he also worked out. He pleased Lord Brahma. In fact, somehow Brahma didn't had choice. Why? Because when the devatas go and tell to Brahma Dev that you know what Hiranyakashipu is doing ghor tapasya and the purpose of that tapasya is actually to take over the whole world, three worlds, yeah, to become the head of the universe. Come on, what does that mean? That means the post of Brahma will be filled by Hiranyakashipu. So, of course, that was one that he had no choice. But not only that, hmm, Lord Brahma was impressed. He was impressed because no one else had done such a great tapasya ever. In fact, this is what Lord Brahma himself says that one second himself says that just yeah, when Hiranyakashipu was doing tapasya, he was standing on one feet and arms raised up in the uh, dandavat, but in standing. Yeah. So in that position, he was doing tapasya not for 1 year, 2 years, not for 100 years, but hundred of celestial years. So many years to do that. In fact, his body. I mean, long time ago, when I was in studies, I had put my profile as a great yogi, where I was seeing a skeletal. Yeah, the whole, uh, um, the ribs are visible, except that there is actually nothing else. The body was almost nothing. He was just surviving on air, and then that too, no, he was completely covered in uh, Valmiki. So Valmika, so the ant hill. When Brahma came, he has to actually find where he was. And anyway, after understanding the heat is coming from the source, and then he took some water, he sprinkled, and immediately he became free from all that emaciations and became normal. And in fact, he became very youthful and very strong, shining. Anyway, we know that what Hiranyakashipu asked was uh, almost death-free life. That he wanted to be Amara, not only Amara but also all powerful and Ajara, no old age. Um, and He asked that there may be no death from all A, B, C, D conditions, I think we know. And Ravana thought there is no threat with Vanaras and humans. He made a mistake. Yeah, yeah, someone may think why Ravana had left that. Because he was very proud. He was so proud that he was thinking humans are insignificant. Of course, with all the mystic powers and great, yeah, humans may have to step up, but they can be, when the Lord wants to decide, he can come as a human. And of course, he has uh, killed Ravana. That is, of course, in Treta Yuga. Now we are talking about Krita Yuga, Satya Yuga. During that time, Hiranyakashipu was very angry because his brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Lord Vishnu. And he became so terrible, he did tapasya, he became all powerful, he got this boon, and then he started ruling everything. And then, in fact, the problem that he had was at home. Yeah, if problem is outside, that's okay. But what happens is that Hiranyakashipu's own son, Prahlada, was totally behaving uh, differently, and which became a great concern. It came to that extent that at one stage, yeah, I mean, as we will not go through all the details, at one stage he even came to a point that, okay, now I think, yes, uh, now it's enough. Why? You know what? When Shanda and Amarka, the teachers of Gurukula, they came and they said, you know what, Maharaj, uh, your son, come on, keep with keep him with you. Hmm? Why? Because the whole uh, everyone is becoming transformed. My God. It is said that all the sons of demons appreciated transcendental instructions of Prahlad Maharaj and took them very seriously. They rejected materialistic instructions given by the teachers. Hmm. That is the beauty of a devotee. A devotee is always satam prasangad mamavirya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kata. If one tries to understand the discourses given by a sat, by the sat or pure devotee, those instructions will be very pleasing to the ears and appealing to the heart. And a transformation can happen. No more interested in politics, no more interested in economic development and all these things. Only one thing what we want is bhakti. Anyway, so now uh, world starts to yeah, here we can see what is happening is when the child, here the sons of Sukraja, they said, uh, observed that all the students they became they transformed, and this became a big concern. Uh, the word buddhim ekanta samsthitam indicates that as an effect of Prahlad's preaching, the students who listened to him became fixed in conclusions that Krishna consciousness is the only object of human life. Hmm. And then this became a worry. Why? Because Hiranyakashipu, if problem was outside, you know how to handle it. He can exercise power. Of course, here he tried to exercise power to kill Prahlad, but didn't work. Uh, all the trials he did, it didn't work because everything backfired. He whatever he did, finally it is almost like Hiranya Hiranyakashipu want to be immortal, but it seems to be Prahlad Maharaj is immortal. Why? Because whatever trials were made, he was not, the father, was not able to kill. And this became even bigger problem because Kopa Vesha Chalat Gatraha Putram Hantum Mano Dade Kshipva uh, Parushaya Vacha Prahladam Atad Arhanam. So now he became so angry, that after understanding entire situation, he was extremely angry, so much so that his body started trembling. Um, he finally decided to kill his son Prahlad. Yeah, okay, he tried through other means. Now he wanted to put a full stop. Why? Because if if the king's son himself is odd man out, what can he expect? The people, it's a big insult. That when father cannot take care of his child to become a devotee, it's a big insult that, okay. So, I mean, here in this case, the father is very, very ambitious, materially ambitious. So he wanted his son to be materially ambitious, but this son is very unique, very special, Mahabhagavat. So that's why he had to a problem and became so angry that Hiranyakashipu was by nature very cruel, and feeling insulted, he began to hiss like a snake trampled upon by someone's foot. Uh, but his son Prahlad was peaceful, mild, and gentle. His senses were under control, and he stood before Hiranyakashipu with folded hands. So he didn't have any problem because he had full confidence, or whatever may happen is happening, because he left. He left. It's not like, okay, oh, I have to guard myself. I have to do that. I have to do this. He knows that he is absorbed. Uh, so um, in the purport in the text, it said that as per the age of Prahlad, na, for that age one should not chastise. But father was so cruel. Uh, um, and that too here. Yeah, this is what even Lord Vishnu, when the Devatas went and asked, "Oh, my Lord, please come and save us," he said, "No, no." At the moment, he is when he commits offense, especially to a devotee, then immediately everything is taken care. So that is what not predicted, and that's what happened. So Hiranyakashipu is saying, and Hiranyakashipu is now asking. Huh? You said you are most impudent, unfit for anything. Mandatma, stupid fool, Kula Bedakara, Adhama, Stabdam, and Matsasana, what is- Matsasana Udvartam, going astray for rules. So anyway, so in this way, he finally said, "I can't." He can't handle anymore. Na? So Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, "From where is he getting the power to become impudent or fearless or overstep Hiranyakashipu's power? There should be some reason why he is confident. Some power should be there." And he was asking, "My son Prahlad, of course, in great anger. Yeah, his anger was so much that his body was trembling, his lips and were moving, and then he's saying, in great anger." I am angry. When I am angry, all the planets of three worlds tremble, along with their chief rulers. But whose power has a rascal like you become so impudent that you appear fearless and overstep my power to rule? So a 5-year-old boy, how can he do all these things? Yeah, because he is a very special devotee. In fact, we can see a devotee like Prahlad. What is he showing? He's demonstrating boldness. It's not like, okay, shall I preach with full fire, full focus and 100%, or no, we usually see, okay, opponent. Here, though the opponent is so strong, though Hiranyakashipu is so strong that he's shaking the three worlds, but no compromise. Prahlad Maharaj had no compromise. He was just, uh, so this is a position of a devotee. Here, a great devotee. Hiranyakashipu could understand that this boy must have been very powerful and hence asked, Kimbala, how? Where is the strength coming? And now Prahlad is saying, Na kevalam me bhavatasta rajan, savai balam balinam cha aparesham parevare mistiraya jangamaye brahmadayo yena vasam pranitaha. Is saying, the source of my strength of which you are asking is also the source of yours. In fact, the source of all kinds of strengths is one. Is the only one. Who is that? Even including Brahma's strength is given by one supplier. Who is that Supreme Personality of Godhead? And then there is so much explanation about in the purport. And that was already strong. And then he says, uh, he's saying, Sa Ishvara Kala Urukramo Asav Oja Saha Sattva Balendriyatma Sa Eva Vishwam Paramah Swa Shaktibihi Srijati Avati Atti Gunatrayeshaha. He's saying, by his own power, he creates not only, okay, Anyway, the Lord is strength of our strength, but even whatever He's creating is His own strength. There is not that He's depending on someone. He creates this cosmic manifestation, maintains it, and annihilates it also. Huh? And then जह्यासुर भावम् इमं त्वम् आत्मनः समं मनो दृष्ट्वा न शान्ति विद्विषः ऋते अजिताद् आत्मन उत्पते स्थितान् तद् धिय अनन्तस्य महत्समर्हणम्. Prahlad request now. Yeah, for him he was thinking what to lose now. Anyway, yeah, all whatever has to be happened has been done by his father. He's saying, "My dear father, please give up your demonic mentality. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equipoised toward everyone. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. When one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly." Oh my God. In fact, that itself is too much. Yeah. One doesn't like to be preached. And this preaching was too much. And then the next is, he said, you know what? Uh, Dasyun purasan na vijitya lumpato मन्यन्त एके स्वजिता दिशो दश जितात्मनो ज्ञस्य समस्य देहिनां साधो स्वमोह प्रभवा कुतः परे. In fact, he is saying at least learn from the history. In the former times, there are many fools like you who did not conquer the six enemies that steal away the wealth of body. Huh? These fools were very proud, thinking, I have conquered all enemies in all 10 directions. But if a person is victorious over six enemies and is equipoised towards all living entities, for him there are no enemies. Enemies are merely imagined by one's ignorance. This was too much. Hiranyakashipu became angry. Huh? Then he said, this is over intelligence. I can therefore understand that you desire to die at my hands, for this kind of nonsensical talks is indulged only people who are eager to die. Hmm? So Prahlad Maharaj is preaching to demonic father was indirectly effective, for because Hiranyakashipu's excess jealousy of Krishna and his devotee, he was inviting Nrsimha to kill him very soon. That is the purpose. And then he's saying, most unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described a supreme being other than me. Huh? But where is he? If he is everywhere, then why is he not present before me in this pillar? And with that spirit, he went with his sword. In fact, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Soham, uh, because you are speaking so much nonsense, I shall now sever your head from your body. Now let me see if Lord will come. I want to see it. And in this way, he challenged, and in great anger, uh, cursing him again and again, Hiranyakashipu took up his sword, got up from the throne, and with great anger struck his fist, sorry, against the pillar. And then from here onwards, the exciting, wonderful Leela of Nrsimhadev manifests, where Lord appears out from the pillar. But of course, before that, Tadaiva tasmin ninado tibhishano babhuva yenanda kataham asputat यं वै स्वदिष्णोपगतं त्व अजादय श्रुत्वा स्वदामात्ययम् अङ्गमेनिरे. Fearful, there came a sound, that sound. Oh, it was like, huh? This sound reached even the abodes of demigods like Brahma, and when demigods heard it, they thought, oh, now our planets are being destroyed. Yeah, that was so terrible. Sa Vikramam Putra Vadeshpur Ojasa Nishamya Nirhradam अपूर्वम् अद्भुतम् अन्तः सभायां न ददर्श तत्पदम् वितत्रेषुर्येन सुरारी यूतपाः. So Hiranyakashipu, who decided to kill his own son, now he heard this wonderful sound. None of then he was struck to understand. Yeah, all his other leaders were also struck to see what is coming from, where is the sound coming. Usually we know What do we know is when there is a lightning, what do we see or what do we hear? First we hear, first we see and then we hear. Because the velocity of sound and velocity of light are different. Velocity of light is fast. Means to see something is faster, easy. But here what happened is the sound was reverberating and so loud that they were clueless, yeah, from which side it's coming because the Lord, though it was from the pillar, he is appearing, but the sound was reaching all the three worlds. And then in the 17th verse, this is the hope for us. Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshva akileshu chatmana adrishyatatyabhuta rupam udvahan stambe sabhayam na mrugam na manusham. So, to prove that the statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial, in other words, to prove that Supreme Lord is present everywhere, the Lord appeared there. Thus, the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. And after that, uh, what is this? Sa Sattvam Enam Parito Vipasyan Stambhasya Madhyat Anu Nirjihanam Nayam Mrugo Napi Naro Vichitram Aho Kim Etan Mrugendra Rupam. Anyway, yeah, you are hearing there is a procession of Lord carried on the horse Vahana, Ashwa Vahana. And the Lord, I think, yeah, they are doing the parikram around the temple with that, with the kirtan. And yeah. So while Hiranyakashipu looked all around to find the source of the sound, this wonderful, he was in amazement. Hiranyakashipu wondered, what is this creature that is half man, half lion? Huh? This is so Lord is omnipotent. He can come in any way and he can be present anywhere. And and finally the Lord appeared. And there's the wonderful description. Hiranyakashipu attacked Lord with his club, thinking Lord made this special plan to kill me. What is the use of such attempt? Who can fight with me? I am going to kill him. This is what he tried. Of course, he was studying and finally, anyway, this Leela is so nice. You can read in the chapter 8, 7th canto. Yeah, but we move on to the important part, which is the prayers. What is the power of the prayers that Prahlad Maharaj offered? In fact, we can go to the 50, verse 50 in the uh, in this ninth chapter. In the ninth chapter, नैते गुणा न गुणिनो महद आदयो ये सर्वे मनः प्रभृत सहदेव मर्त्याः आदि अन्तवन्त उरुगाय विदन्ति हि त्वाम् एवं विमृश्य सुधियो विरमन्ति शब्दात्. Neither the three modes of material nature, nor predominating deities controlling these three modes, nor the five gross elements, nor the mind, nor the demigods, nor the human beings can understand your lordship. Huh? After all this, he said, please give up your anger. Uh, so I offer my respectful obeisance unto you because without rendering six kinds of devotional service, I think yesterday we covered this, and we come to verse number 51. Sri Narada Uvacha. एतावद्वर्णितगुणो भक्त्या भक्तेन निर्गुण प्रह्लादं प्रणतं प्रीतो यत मन्योर abhashata. So Narad is saying, thus Lord Nrsimha Dev was pacified by devotee Prahlad Maharaj with prayers offered from the transcendental platform. Okay, we are not at that level. Okay, what to do? We can offer at our level. Uh, uh, the Lord gave up his anger and being very kind to Prahlada, who was offering prostrated obeisances, he spoke as follows. And then Lord is saying, Sri Bhagavanuvacha Prahlada Bhadra Bhadram Te Pritoham Te Surottama Varam Vrishni Kamapurosmi Aham Nृnam. The Supreme Lord said, my dear Prahlada, most gentle one, best of the family of Asuras, all good fortune unto you. Bhadram. I am very much pleased with you. It is my pastime to fulfill desires of all living entities, living beings, and therefore you may ask from me any benediction that you desire to be fulfilled. Why? Because the Lord is the reservoir of all desires. He can fulfill any desire. Mam apri aprinata aprinata ayushman darshanam durlabam hime दृष्ट्वा मां न पुनर्जंतुर आत्मानं taptam arhati. What automatic benediction? If Lord appears automatically, the benediction is, my dear Prahlad, may you live a long time. One cannot appreciate or understand me without pleasing me, but one who has seen or pleased me has nothing more for which to lament for his own satisfaction. Everything is provided. प्रीणन्ति हि अथ मां धीरा सर्वभावेन साधवः श्रेयस्कामा महाभागा सर्वासाम् आशीषां पतिम्. My dear Prahlada, you are very fortunate. Please know from me that those who are very wise and highly elevated try to please me in all different modes of melos, for I am the only person who can fulfill all desires of everyone. So in this way, Nrsimhadev assured, and then Narada Muni is saying, "Evam pralobhya manopi varair loka pralobanai ekantitvad bhagavati naishchattan asurottama." What did Prahlad ask? Though it's mentioned, Narada Muni is saying Prahlad Maharaj was the best person in the family of Asuras who always aspire for material happiness. Not he, but the family. Nonetheless, although allured by the Supreme Lord, Lord is saying, I am going to give you a blessing. Ask what do you want. Uh, because of his unalloyed Krishna consciousness, he did not want to take any material benefit for sense gratification. But what did he ask? That's very important. Hmm? Because when, after all, prayers are offered, the Lord has also appeared now. What is that? Huh? We don't want to miss this chance, right? So what did Prahlad ask? And it goes further. Uh, in the 10th chapter, it says, Bhakti yogasya tat sarvam antarayatarvakaha manyamano rishikesham smayamana uvachaha. Narada Muni said, continued, although Prahlad Maharaj was only a boy when he heard about benedictions offered by Lord Nrsimha, he considered them impediments on the path of devotional service. They're firing crackers here. Thus he smiled very mildly and spoke as follows. And that Prahlada is saying, Shri Prahlada Uvacha, Maam Pralobhyotpatya Shaktam Kameshu Tairvaraihi Tatsanga Bhito Nirvinno Mumukshustvam Upashritaha. I am very afraid of material conditions and I desire to be liberated from materialistic life. Uh, Therefore, kindly do not tempt me with these illusions. He is saying, it is for this reason that I have taken shelter of your lotus feet. So please don't tempt me. Uh, Vritya Lakshana Jignasur Bhaktam Kameshwar Chodayat Bhavan Samsara Bijeshu Hridaya Grantishu Prabho. My worshipable Lord, because the seed of lusty desires, which is the root cause of material existence, is within the core of everyone's heart. You have sent me to this material world to exhibit the symptoms of pure devotee. Ah, so I have come a mission. Nanyata te akhila guru gateta karunatmana yasta asisha asaste na sa vritya savai. Vanik means a businessman. Please, Lord, please don't consider me as a businessman. I'm not doing bhakti so that I can get benefits. I'm not doing any tradesmanship here. On the other hand, one who desires some material benefit in exchange for devotional service cannot be your pure devotee. Uh, so, hmm, so, asasano न वै भृत्या स्वामिनि आशिष आत्मनः न स्वामि भृत्या स्वाम्यम् इच्छन् यो राति चाशिषः. He's saying a servant who desires material profits from his master is certainly not a qualified servant, huh? Or a pure devotee. Similarly, a master who bestows benedictions upon his servant because of a desire to maintain a prestigious position as master is also not a pure master. Anyway, so this we covered recently, that's why I'll quickly move on. So he's saying, "O Lord, I am your unmotivated servant and you are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than this. You are naturally my master and I am naturally your servant. We have not other relationship." Huh? Yet then he said, "Oh my Lord, best of the givers, if you at all want to bestow desirable benediction upon me, then I pray from your Lordship that within the core of my heart there be no material desires." Hmm. So here we can see we can um, we can learn from Prahlad Maharaj, uh, when he himself is Mahabhavat who is having this concern and is praying what to speak about us. This prayer, verse numbers 7, Canto 10th chapter, verse 7, 7:10:7, is one can remember that. इंद्रियाणि मनः प्राण आत्मा धर्मो धृत मतिः ह्रीः श्रीः तेज स्मृति सत्यम यस्य नश्यन्ति जन्मना. Because of lusty desires, everything is vanquished, everything is lost. So I don't want material desires. Vimunchati yada kaman manavo manashi sthitan tarya eva pundarikaksha bhagavatya bhagavatvaya kalpate. Please bestow bhakti. He becomes eligible to possess wealth and opulence like you are. Oh my Lord, when a human being is able to give up all material desires in in his mind, he becomes eligible to possess wealth and opulence like yours. Uh, so and then he is offering his prayer. This is very Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmane Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya Brahmane Paramatmane. I don't know how it works. Let's try. You can also unmute if you want to repeat, or you could repeat actually. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam.
Om
Yeah,
Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam.
everyone can unmute. Yeah, if you are close to the
Yes,
mic.
Prabhuji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam
Om
Om Namo Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Tubhyam
Tubhyam.
Purushaya Mahatmane
Purushaya
Purushaya
Mahatmane
Mahatmane.
Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya
Haraye
Hare
Adbhuta
Adbhuta
Simhaya.
Simhaya
Brahmane Paramatmane.
Brahmane
Brahmane
Paramatmane.
Paramatmane
Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam
Om
Om
Namo
Namo Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Tubhyam
Tubhyam.
Purushaya Mahatmane
Purushaya
Purushaya Mahatmane.
Mahatmane
Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya
Haraye
Hare Adbhuta
Adbhuta
Simhaya
Simhaya.
Brahmane Paramatmane.
Brahmane
Brahmane
Paramatmane
Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam
Om
Om
Namo Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Tubhyam
Tubhyam.
Purushaya Mahatmane
Purushaya
Purushaya
Mahatmane
Mahatmane.
Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya
Hare
Haraye
Adbhuta
Adbhuta
Simhaya
Simhaya.
Brahmane Paramatmane.
Brahmane
Brahmane
Paramatmane.
Paramatmane.
Yeah. With this prayer, of course, we can approach Lord Nrsingadev even very auspicious today on occasion of his appearance and seek his blessing. That please, please, there are so many six enemies. Yeah, I think maybe I have more than six. I have 60, maybe even 600 or six uncountable enemies inside. So may I not have these kind of material desires. And please help me in this. I am trying my side, but I am very weak. So Lord, please bless me. So here, so this is what Prahlad Maharaj is praying. Oh my Lord, full of six opulences, O Supreme Person, O Supreme Soul, killer of all miseries, O Supreme Person, in the form of wonderful lion and man, let me offer my respectful obeisance unto you. And then, pleased with that, Sri Bhagavan, Lord Nrsingadev is saying, Sri Bhagavan Vacha Naikanti no me mai jatva yasisa asa sate mutra cha ye bhavadvidah tatapi manvantaram etat atra दैत्येश्वराणाम अनुभुङ्क्ष्व भोगान्. Prahlad said, "Don't give me material opulences," but Lord is saying, after all, yeah, you are a Kshatriya, you're born, and yeah, of course, you are a devotee, but he's saying, My dear Prahlada, a devotee like you never desires any kind of material opulences, either in this life or in the next. Nonetheless, I order you to enjoy the opulence. Lord wants to give mm, more than what we want. Mm. A devotee does not have to desire material opulence, but if he is a pure devotee, there is ample opportunity for him to enjoy material happiness also without personal endeavor. Therefore, everyone is advised to take to devotional service under all circumstances. If one desires material opulence, he can also become a pure devotee and his desires will be fulfilled. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udharati tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta paramam purusham param. Ah, it is said, Katha Madiya Jusamana Priyaswam Aveshamam Atmani Santamekam Sarvesha Bhuteshva Yatiyanjan Isham Yajasva Yogena Cha Karma Hinman. It does not matter that you are in the material world. You should always continuously hear the instructions and messages given by me and always be absorbed in thought of me. For I am the super soul existing in the core of everyone's heart. Therefore, give up fruitive activities and worship me. So, here the Lord is giving material facility at the same time, He is also telling, don't worry, uh, but also be very careful. Don't get carried away with material fruitive activities. Uh, and then bhogena punyam kushalena papam kalevaram kala chavena hitva kirtim vishuddham suraloka geetam vitaya mam eshyasi mukta bandhaha. My dear Prahlada, while you are in this material world, you will exhaust all the reactions of pious activities of by feeling happiness, and by acting piously, you will neutralize impious activity. Because of the powerful time factor, you will give up your body, but the glories of your activities will be sung in the upper planetary systems and being fully freed from all bondage. You will return home back to Godhead. So, so in this way, Lord is blessing everything, like 360 degree, what do we call 360 care. That He is giving all material facilities. Oh, now you enjoy. Come on, yeah. After all, uh, okay. Be careful. Don't have your new. Don't accumulate new piety, good or bad. Be careful. Whatever is there, let it go exhaust, and then you will be qualified to come to the spiritual world. Mm. And then Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Varam Varaya Yetatte Varadeshan Maheshwara Yad Anindat Pitame Tvam Avidvam Teja Aishwaram विद्धा विद्धामर्ष्यास्य साक्षात् सर्वलोकगुरुं प्रभुं प्रातर्हेति मृषादृष्टे त्वद्भक्ते मयि चागवान् तस्मात् पिता मे पूयेत दुरन्ताद् दुस्ताराद् अघात् पूतस्ते अपङ्ग समदृष्टस्तदा कृपणवत्सला. This कृपणवत्सला means oh, you who are merciful to materialistic people. So, what is he saying? Because you are so merciful to the fallen souls, I ask you only for only one benediction. I know that my father, at the time of his death, had already been purified by your glance upon him. But because of his ignorance of your beautiful power and supremacy, he was unnecessarily angry at you. Anyway, it goes. Thus, he directly blasphemed your lordship, the spiritual master of all living beings, and committed heavily sinful activities directed against me, your devotee. So, so two things happened here. First of all, um, he has blasphemed spiritual master. Who's spiritual master? Huh? Hiranyakashipu didn't accept Vishnu as his teacher, right? Even if he doesn't accept all the principles, Vedas, Vedanta Sutras, everything is instructed by the Lord. So he is called Jagat Guru. So whether we accept someone as a guru or doesn't matter, Krishna is Guru. So in that way, but he has chastised, he has offended. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is worried. It's not that okay if it was at a platform of God. Here he is saying, "Oh, you are God, but at the same time, you are also spiritual master." He was unnecessarily angry at you, falsely thinking that you were the killer of of his brother. Thus, he directly blasphemed your lordship, the spiritual master of all living beings, and committed heavily sinful. So I wish that he be excused for these sinful activities. And of course, the Lord said, Tri saptabhis pita puta pitrabhi sahate anaga yat sadho sya kule jato bhavan vaikula pavana. See, if the parents know that such a shloka is there in Bhagavatam, which is actually helping the parents to free from uh, the cycle of material bondage, or the clutches of material bondage, parents will even willingly, even forcefully engage their children in to become devotees. Lack of knowledge is quite uh, unaffordable unaffordable mistake. We should all. That's why Bhagavatam. Yeah, we are going through Bhagavatam quite rigorously. Why? Because let's understand the value of Bhagavatam, not just in books, not in our mind as a story, but principles. So here he's saying, you know what? Don't worry. That's anyway taken because you were born in this family. The entire dynasty has been purified. Yeah. So what about your father is also done? Hmm? Yatra yatra cha mad bhakta prashanta samadarshinaha sadhava samudacharas te puyante api kikataha. He's saying, whenever and wherever there are peaceful, equipoised devotees who are well behaved and decorated with all good qualities, that place and dynasty is there, even if condemned, are purified. Uh, that's why Prabhupada writes, wherever exalted devotees stay, not only they and their dynasties, but the entire country is purified. सर्वात्मना न हिंसन्ति भूत ग्रामेषु किंचन उच्छावचेषु दैत्येन्द्र मद्भाव विगत स्पृहा. My dear Prahlada, king of Daityas, because of being attached to the devotional service to me, my devotee does not distinguish between lower and higher living entities. In all respect, he is never jealous of anyone. Uh, भवन्ति पुरुषा लोके मद्भक्तास्त्वाम् अनुवृताः भवान् मे खलु भक्तानां सर्वेषां प्रति रूपदृक्. Those who follow your example will naturally become my pure devotees. You are the best example of my devotee, and others should follow in your footsteps. In this regard, Srila Madhvacharya is saying, Rite tu तात्विकान् देवान् नारदादीन् तथैव च प्रह्लादत् उत्तम को no Vishnu Bhakto Jagattraye is saying there are many devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and they have been enumerated in Srimad Bhagavatam as follows. We know what is there are these Mahajanas. Uh, Swayambhur, Narada, Shambhu, Kumara, Kapila, Manu, Prahlada, Janako, Bhishma, Balir, Vayasakir, uh, and Yamaraj. So in that Prahlad Maharaj is there. कुरुत्वं प्रेतकृत्यानि पितुः पूतस्य सर्वशः मदङ्ग स्पर्शनेनाङ्ग लोकान् यास्यति सुप्रजाः. My dear child, your father has already been purified just by the touch of my body at the time of his death. Nonetheless, the duty of a son is to perform Shraddh, uh, and then Shraddh ceremony after his father's death, so that his father may be promoted to a planetary system where he may become a good citizen and devotee. And after performing ritualistic ceremonies, take charge of your father's kingdom and then rule it, and then after final everything is done, then come back. So finally Narad Muni is saying, Prahlado api tatha chakre pitur yat samparayikam yatha bhagavan rajan abhishikto dvija Tibihi. Narad Muni saying, thus as the Supreme Personality of Godhead ordered, Prahlad Maharaj performed the ritualistic ceremony for his father. O King Yudhishthir, he was then enthroned in the kingdom of Hiranyakashipu as directed by the Brahmanas. And then Prasada Sumukham Drishtva Brahma Nara Harim स्तुत्वा वाग्भिः पवित्राभिः प्राह devadibir. Lord Brahma, surrounded by all devas, now they were pleased. Thus he offered prayers to the Lord with transcendental words. And anyway, Brahma is offering prayers, and then it goes further and further. And we go to the last part of this chapter. Of course, uh, benefit. One second. Bene, ben, mhm. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'm the conclusion here. We can see the conclusion of this particular lila is that devotee should not be worried at all. Devotee should be fearless. Devotee should be bold. We should be fully convinced. We should have full faith in the Lord that He will be always there. Uh, More than us, the Lord is eager to protect us. One may ask then when Prahlad was killed or tried to be killed, even so many ways, where is Lord Vishnu? At every moment he was protecting. So the Lord is ever ready to protect, to save. Why? Because he loves his devotees. And what is that special quality of devotees that makes it special? That he loves the Lord. So when there is loving relation between the devotees and the Lord, then the devotee has not to have think anything. Everything is whatever is happening is should be auspicious. In the case here, Prahlad Maharaj, where good fortune arises. Hiranyakashipu's good fortune also arises through Prahlad Maharaj. Yeah. Why? Because he was killed in the hands of the Lord. Now one may say, come on, all of us are also killed in the hands of the Lord only, right? Right? Because time factor. What is time factor? Follows me. The Lord is saying, I am the time factor. So in that way, but this time factor is acting uh, as a punishment, as a rectification, whereas the Lord appearing and with love and care is different. So we don't want to see the Lord in the angry mood. We want to see the Lord. It's not so nice to see a person to meet him at his office, where he's too busy to fulfill his duties and quite um, yeah. But at home, yeah, where he is completely free and independent, and the affection, love is oozing from him. So yeah, let's pray to the Lord. Let's not miss this. This is an opportunity. Yeah, we never know when is the next opportunity, and we may think, ah, come on, Nrsimha Chaturdasi comes next year. Yes, it may come, but what would we be doing? We don't know. What would be our consciousness? What would be our circumstances? Let's not postpone this. Let's take today and have a prayer session to the Lord and pray to the Lord, please, please remove these enemies, my Lord. And if you do that, my bhakti, the efforts, the struggle that I'm going through gets better. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. Of course, recently we had 7 days of Bhagavad Sapta. We have gone through these details, but I was thinking maybe with praise, I mean everything. So I see that when I came to the temples, yeah, I was thinking what could be a suitable topic, and then I saw this in the Simhachalam book. There is a book that is published for one can as a distribution or purchase. I just went through that, and I thought, yeah, it's more about prayers. Prayers is what we need as a devotee. We need to pray, and yeah, with that and few investigations, what to suit, because the week was a weekdays for everyone, and that's why I try to keep concise. And yeah, I go once again. Thanks for joining. Hare Krishna. श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
So from our side, I mean, especially from my side, thank you very much for giving your time and for giving us the opportunity to hear about Lord Nrsimha Swami. Yeah, pastimes during especially this his appearance time.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I had been there in Simhachalam, definitely I would have tried to take as much as benefit and spiritual, merit of Sukruti as possible from the Lord's appearance in the Simhachalam. But instead, you have made a great sacrifice for giving this class and sharing this knowledge with us. I'm truly grateful. Thank you very much.
No, in this way, I'm also benefited that I am more focused. What see when to enjoy something, to be, maybe there is okay, I can do, I cannot do. I mean, yeah, here I have quite a limited time. Yeah, that is there. Very little time I have because I also want to yeah, participate in services that are there here. But at the same time, want to see that whoever could not make it, who could not come here for whatever reasons, yeah, yeah, it can't be so dry that okay, it is celebrated only on the Nrsimha Chaturdasi. That too, what do we do if such kind of so as our Guru Maharaj always says, yeah, service comes first. Yeah, and I'm yeah, for me, I'm not missing anything as long as the service what I have picked up, if I can do properly, that after that comes anything next.
Thanks a lot for that. I mean, I feel like, yeah, if I am there, definitely I would do a different way. But yeah, it's a great sacrifice, definitely. I feel like that.
Yeah, anyway, we can't do everything. We can do only what is first priority, at least. Good. Hope everyone else had a nice Nrsimha Katha for last 4 days. Okay. Too silent. I think we're already praying. Okay then. Wish you once again happy Nrsimha Chaturdasi and Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Where
प्रभु
can
जी,
I
थैंक यू।
stop this?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.